Okay, so what we're going to talk about today is something called the discriminant. So yesterday we talked about the quadratic formula, right? So today we're going to talk about the discriminant. The discriminant basically gives us a shortcut. Sometimes we only really want to know what kinds of solutions we're going to get instead of what the solutions are. So this is a much faster, easier way than solving out these quadratics all the way in order to find out what kind of solutions we're going to get. So the discriminant actually comes from the quadratic formula. You guys recognize that? Yeah, where does it come from? Good, inside the square root. What do we call that? The radicand. Awesome. Okay, so the discriminant is actually the radicand of the quadratic formula. And what this does is it allows us to determine what type of roots we'll have for a quadratic. Okay? Generally speaking, there are 2 to 3 questions on the Regents exam, so anywhere from 4 to 6 points. Okay? All right, so we have to know the rules. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a foldable because you have to memorize the rules. They're not given to you. You got to know them. All right? So take out your piece of paper, and you are going to fold it in half, hot dog. Okay? So when you fold it in half, you should have this, remember the tab down at the bottom. Okay? You want that tab down at the bottom. And then once you have it folded in half that way, you're going to fold it in half the other way twice so that you have 4 equal portions. Now, mine are obviously not equal up here, but close enough. 4. Okay, so on the bottom tab, you are going to write discriminant. On the tab along the bottom. Okay, discriminant. Pay attention, boys. Yes, just discriminant. If you want to put discriminant rules, that's cool too. Are you paying attention, John? Uh-huh. Oh, Frank. This will be your top. This will be your inside. Okay. Are you ready? Top as in right here. Okay, top. All right, so first rule. B squared minus 4AC is greater than 0. On the top. And a perfect square. Okay, b squared minus 4ac is greater than 0, which means it's positive, and the value is a perfect square. The rule for that, which is going to go underneath your flap, you see where I have it? The rule for that. You're going to have real, rational, unequal solutions. Real, rational, unequal. Okay. You do a little sketch. Let's say it looks something like this. This could have a value of -2 and +2. Okay, so you get pretty solutions. Nice, pretty solutions. This is the top. This is the inside. Next one. B squared minus 4ac is greater than 0 and not a perfect square. That's going to give you real, irrational, unequal roots. And then your graph for that, you're going to get kind of ugly solutions, 2, 3, 4, 7, 6, non-repeating, non-terminating, irrational solutions. Irrational. Okay, so your solutions are going to be irrational. They're going to be non-repeating, non-terminating decimals or radicals, right? When we were getting solutions that had the radicals, those are irrational solutions. Okay, b squared minus 4ac is equal to 0. Here you get real, rational, and equal roots. Okay. And what that looks like is you get a quadratic that's tangent to the x-axis. You get one solution. Okay. Two solutions that are equal, which shows us as one solution. Okay. b squared minus 4ac is less than 0. Give me an example of a number that's less than 0. -1. What happens when I have a negative for a discriminant? Where do I find my discriminant in quadratic formula? Under the radical. Good, it's imaginary, okay? Because the discriminant sits underneath the radical. If I have a negative discriminant, that means I'm going to have imaginary solutions. And the graph for that is going to look like this. It's never going to cross the x-axis. Okay, so how do we use it? That's what we need to figure out, right? So the next page, I have a quadratic, and I want to determine the type and the number of solutions. So am I asking for the solutions? No, I'm not. I'm asking for what type of solutions I get and how many I get. Okay, so I don't need to solve it out. What I need to do is use the discriminant. So what's the discriminant? Good. Okay. So I'm going to use the discriminant to determine what kind of solutions I have. What's B? Good. What's A? Good. And what's C? Good. Okay, right? A, B, C. So we get 36 minus 32, which gives us a value of 4. All right, so where does that fit into the rules that we just did? What kind of number is 4? Yeah, it's a perfect square. What else? And it's greater than 0. Great. Perfect square and it's greater than 0. So what kind of solutions do I get? Good. Real, rational, unequal. So how many are there? 2. Great, 2 solutions. Two real, rational, and unequal solutions. Nice job. Okay, so is it hard to use? No, not really. Okay, you just have to plug it into the discriminant, find the value, and then figure out where it fits with your rules. All right? Okay, so let's try another one. Go ahead and give this one a shot, and we'll go over it in just a moment. Okay? Okay, what's the discriminant? Good. What's B? What's A? And C? So I get 36 minus 36, which is, so if my discriminant is 0, what does it tell me about my roots? Real, good, rational, equal. How many do I have? 1. Excellent. Very nice. Okay, real, rational, equal, 1 root. It's tangent to the x-axis, the quadratic. It only touches in one spot, 1 point. Okay. Go ahead and turn the page and try the next one. Okay, discriminant is b squared minus 4ac. What's b? Yeah. What's a? And c? So we get 36 minus 40, which gives us a value of discriminant's negative. Solutions? How many? No real solutions. You don't have any real solutions. You have 2 imaginary. Okay, 2 imaginary. Because remember, we always wind up with that plus and minus when we find our solutions. Okay? Yep. Okay, what do you think? Pretty simple? Good. Got one more to do. Ready? Okay, so the next one is a word problem. Suppose a scoop releases a field hockey ball with an upward velocity of 34 feet per second. The function h equals negative 16t squared plus 34t models the height h in feet of the ball at time t in seconds. When will the ball reach a height of 20 feet? What's it asking us to do? Good, we want to set it equal to 20 because that's the height, right? Okay. Yeah, I don't like the way it's set up. We want it set equal to 0. Now, before I go and find out what the solutions are, I want to test it and use the discriminant to see what kind of solutions I'll get, okay? Because this is a quick, easy way to make sure you're on the right track. So I want you to use the discriminant here and tell me what kind of solutions you'll get, okay? So I'm going to pause here, take a second and do that. Okay, so we use the discriminant, so b squared minus 4 times a times c, right? What kind of value did you get? Yeah, you got a negative, right? Imaginary solutions. So are we ever going to have the ball reach 20 feet? No, we don't have any solutions that are going to be applicable to that, okay? So either the equation is wrong or this is just an impossible situation. That's it. No solution. Okay. All right, so no homework. Well, kind of. You have weekly project 8 that's due when you return. Okay, so please make sure you get weekly project 8 done. It'll be due Monday when you come back. But other than that, no homework. Don't forget your test is next Tuesday, okay?